This is a Fox News alert. The grand jury decision regarding the shooting death of Michael Brown has yet to be handed down, but Ferguson, Missouri is already in an uproar. Now, last night our cameras captured this violent clash between protesters and law enforcement officials right outside the local police station. And during the altercation, many demonstrators who hurled, derogatory chants at the officers and obstructed traffic in the middle of the street were arrested by cops dressed in full riot gear. Here at the very latest, he was there. What's now an extremely tense situation on the ground in Ferguson is Fox News' our friend David Webb is with us. All right, so that was last night. Now, there's even some action building for tonight. Tell us what happened last night. Let's start there.
Well, last night, Shawn, you had about 40 protesters who came out here, and as you said, they're blocking the streets, impeding traffic, something they're also doing tonight. The police came out, they talked to them, and then they gave them a chance. When that didn't shut down, they came out and they went in and took down 5 people, according to reports, and arrested them. Same thing going on tonight. They were stopping traffic. They stopped a bus, number of cars and trucks and pickup trucks going by, blocking both lanes of travel on South Florissant.
Now, there is a bounty that has been put out by a group on Officer Darren Wilson's head. Why have they not arrested the people responsible for putting that out?
Those are good questions being asked, Shawn, by many people in the community. And an older lady that I spoke to yesterday when we were going along the original protest area on West Florissant said something similar, that those who come in, those who put these bounties out, those that cause trouble, riot, and break things, that frankly, they need to be dealt with by the police. The residents, by the way, are tired of this, many of them. Many have said they simply want to go back to their normal everyday lives. The store owners, the people that have to run businesses. One young man that I spoke with, you had him on last night, or a clip of it, he's lost 80% of his business.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I did speak with a local business guy, and, you know, he has to board up his place, and he's not getting the regular business. There's a target list out of literally almost 100 places that they want to target when, in fact, this decision comes down. David, I keep hearing, and we keep hearing about leaks from the grand jury that, and I know the media has portrayed this white officer, black unarmed teen, that there are black eyewitnesses, as many as 6 to 8, that have corroborated Darren Wilson's story, that being that Michael Brown went for his gun while the officer was in the car, and there was a struggle for that gun, and then that he charged the police officer, which would then result in justifiable use of force. What are you hearing on the ground specifically regarding that?
Well, we haven't heard much otherwise than that, Shawn, and I've checked with a number of sources here in the St. Louis area. The fact is they've actually kept this grand jury process fairly what it should be, secretive. The prosecutor, pretty much a straight shooter, as I've talked to even some of my radio friends here in St. Louis. My inside sources have been very clear that, in fact, those witnesses exist. We'll find out in the days to come. Let me ask, so is there a potential here, David? You're on the ground. Because, again, there are 2 very diametrically opposed stories. We discussed it many times here on this program. Is there a potential that a guy that maybe was attempting to kill a police officer had 3 White House representatives show up at his funeral? Is that a possibility, one of the possible outcomes here? Yeah, that is a possibility, as well as the fact that the president, as you know, Shawn, told the activists and the protesters to stay the course, which just injects more of that legitimacy to those that come from the outside. And more we see people coming in here, and as I talk to them through the day, they don't want to go on camera. I ask them if they're from Ferguson. They're not. It's fine. You have your right to protest anywhere in America, but a lot of the agitation and the agitators are what the people of Ferguson want gone.